City Happenings. I'm Mayor David Black. The city's finance department is a cut above the rest. It has won a fourth consecutive national award for financial reporting transparency. We'll tell you more. This past summer saw major road construction and improvements in the city. Our Public Works Director has an update. Our Senior Center has a new director, and she invites everyone to the center's open house. You'll hear from her. It's all next in City Happenings for the week of October 27th.
Thanks, Mayor Black. The city's finance department has been awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the fourth straight year.
It's all about financial transparency and reporting, and the quality of that reporting and transparency to people outside of government. And we have to do an annual audit. That's what we're required to do. But CAFR then says we voluntarily go above and beyond that, and we put additional information into our audit report. We put supplemental information in our audit report, and we structure it in a way that it's readable to somebody who's maybe not from the finance world. And then when we pass it on, it goes to, you have to apply for it. And a very small percentage of people even apply for the award. And then part of the process in application is it goes to an independent review board that includes government officials, academics, CPAs, practitioners, and this review board then looks at it and makes a determination. And so then only a small subset of those that apply even get the award. We've gotten the award 4 years in a row. And of all of the government institutions in the state of Nebraska, that includes cities and villages, counties, the state itself, the university system, the college systems, think of all government entities, there are only about 10 that have received it, and Papillion's received it 4 years in a row. It's an award for transparency, which then makes you think about two things. One, we are serious about transparency. And as you mentioned, I think we were one of 4 this year maybe, and one of 6 cities that have ever received it. And we've gotten it 4 years in a row. So it talks about the seriousness that we take transparency. It's not just a buzzword that a lot of people use. But we have it instilled in our processes. So we just do it year after year after year. But the other thing about awards, Papillion is not new to awards. We don't chase these. We did have to apply for it, but it's because of the seriousness of it. But if we didn't get the award, it's not the end of the world. We're still doing the right thing day in and day out. The awards are just a recognition of that. If the award's not here, we're still doing the same thing with the transparency. The people of Papillion are basically shareholders here. Their taxes, this is their operation. You want to know how your money's being handled. And so to me, financial transparency and how we're managing is one of the most serious things we do because it goes to the core of public trust. And I think there's a couple of things that play into that. One is the CAFR award year after year after year saying, yes, we get clean audits, we get good audits, and oh, by the way, they're readable and they're transparent and we go to the next level. But combine that with a few years ago, we raised our Moody's bond rating to investment grade, and we've held that year after year after year. So if you just look at finances as a whole, we've raised Moody's to investment grade, and they're looking at seriously what the finances are here. Then you have an independent review from the audit perspective, and combine that with, from the city tax levy, we have the lowest tax levy of all cities in a 2-county area, and that's been the case for 6 to 10 years. I think it just gives people faith in that we are being responsible with the dollars we're entrusted with. Our people make our awards. One thing from a department head level, Nancy Purcell is probably the best finance professional in municipal government in the state of Nebraska. We are blessed. Our assistant city administrator, Chris Myers, is probably one of the smartest from a financial perspective in the state of Nebraska. And you combine those two together, they're powerful. And then you go to all of the individual staff in the finance department. A lot of them are Papillion residents, so they're managing their neighbors' money. They're managing their money. They're managing their family's money. They care. And And even the ones that don't, they love this place, and they are true professionals. And a lot of the great things that happen are innovation and creative ideas that come from those individuals. We try to create an environment where somebody's got a great idea and sees a better way to do something, float it up. And some of those ideas then affect how we manage things, and that goes into transparency as well. I think basically the award, combined with the other things, the Moody's bond rating and some of the other things, I think it says you can have faith in your local government that they are handling the money well, they're using it appropriately, and they are not afraid of scrutiny. Our doors and books are open for review, and we welcome that and we invite it. And in fact, this award, we invited review.
It's been a long road construction season. We get an update from the city's Public Works Director.
Our big road construction project, which is our Washington reconstruction from Capehart to Cedardale, the contractor put out a pretty aggressive schedule, and as everybody knows, he did not meet that aggressive schedule. That first phase just got opened up here a couple weeks ago. It's not done. We've got some seeding. OPPD is still working on getting the street lights up and that, and we're hoping we have basically phase 1 completed here within the next month. We have started on phase 2, which we scaled back some because of how long phase 1 took. So phase 2 is in the process, and that will be done, or it's got to be opened up before winter sets in. So we will have Washington Street reopen through there from where it's shut down now from Schramm to Gold Coast. That will be reopened come winter time when construction can't take place no more, and it's got to be reopened to what it was prior to being shut down, or if the contractor does have some good time, it'll be opened up with what it's supposed to be built to, and we'll just have some restrictions to get it back down to the 2 lanes going north from there. That project then will start again next spring as soon as it can, and the total completion date is November, substantial completion. If he doesn't get it done by then, that's when penalties kick in. So I know everybody's concerned about why we ain't been able to penalize him or to get rid of the contractor, but it's a state and federal project. The main time frame is set, is the completion date, which is November of 2015. That's what his target date is, and that's what he's shooting for. A couple other projects that are pretty much winding down is our Washington Street overlay that went from Cedardale to Giles Road. That contractor got in, busted his tail. It's pretty well done. We're just doing a couple punch list items, but that project's pretty well done. And as if the traveling public does know, that Washington Street is a much smoother ride nowadays from Cedardale to Giles Road. The other one that we're finishing up on is our Settlers Creek Magnolia Drive intersection improvements. We've installed a couple traffic signals on 72nd at Settlers Creek Drive in Pinnacle, and then over on Cornhusker at Settlers Creek. We're also modifying the intersection at Cornhusker and Magnolia by adding a turn lane, a right turn lane designated, and a through lane through there. Those are our big projects, and they're winding down.
The city's senior center welcomes everyone to its open house.
We just want to get the word out there that we exist, because so many people come in here and tell me we didn't even know that this was back here, that it's a little gem hidden behind apartment buildings in this nice little park. So I think it's about getting the word out there that we're here, and then to also increase our attendees. We're going to have pastries and coffee, but mostly what we want to do is have everybody who's currently here welcoming people to let them know what the different activities that we do, and to come in and see what we do and what's available to people who'd like to come up. Also, a lot of people don't know all the different things that we do. Like you had said, some people hear senior center and think, oh, we just play bingo and cards. Well, we have a singing group on Tuesday that you could, potentially join and go out into the community and provide a service and entertainment like that. And we do play bingo and play cards, but we also do things like on Wednesdays, we take an afternoon trip somewhere. Every Wednesday we go somewhere new. We have started a book club. We just want people to come up and be able to learn more about what goes on. And I think the best way to do that is to come and talk to the people who are currently coming here and get that from them versus picking up a newsletter and just reading about it. I think it's different when you come up and you're personally invited by someone to come up to the senior center and then also to hear from someone else that this is what we're doing. We're going on trips and we go on singing programs, or we just started a knitting and crocheting club to give back to the community, prayer shawls. Just different things to know that it's not just things that are set in stone that we already have, but that we're also allowing or encouraging our attendees to come up with new ideas and to bring them and say, hey, what about doing this? We don't have a lot of room for a wellness program per se or exercise, but we do have a Tai Chi class. I don't think anybody really knew about that until we recently advertised it in the Rec Express, and our numbers went from like 3 or 4 to almost 10 to 12. So I think it's just more about getting people up here to see that we exist and we're here, and then to see what we do, and then see the number of people who are already here and how much they're enjoying themselves.
One thing is certain, the Senior Center does not want to be a well-kept secret.
No, we don't. Not at all. And actually, just in the last 3 months, our numbers have already grown just by word of mouth. So we're already on the road to being able to fulfill that.
A big thank you to everyone who took advantage of our annual fall cleanup. Our community has really supported this city offering and shows how willing Papillion residents are to keep our community clean. Thanks to our staff as well as the cooperating outside entities who helped to make this cleanup a success. There are lots of ways to stay up to date with what's happening in Papillion. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or even watch our YouTube channel. Information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.